Over or under 6.5 snaps for Trey Lance?
Okay. So I'm going to assume, again, this game is not a blowout. If it is, obviously, Trey Lance is going to go way over that. But in a closer game, I'm going to go under. I don't think, they came out with this crazy game plan against the Raiders. And I think a lot of people are hoping that it's not maybe that wild, but that he's going to have a ton of packages for him. Maybe he's going to play 20% of the snaps type thing. I don't see it. I think now that they named Jimmy the starter, he's going to play a majority of those snaps. And I'm going to go under for Trey Lance, 6.5 snaps.
I'm going over. And it's
Okay.
not because I think the Niners are going to, well, I do think the Niners are going to blow him out, but that's not the reason. I think he could play more than 6.5 snaps in the first quarter. And the way I read this is Kyle, I'm trying to think what Kyle wants here, because I've been thinking about what the right decision is the whole offseason. It's not how you do it with the Niners.
Yeah.
It's Kyle. What does Kyle want? And he's not always right. He's not always wrong. But what he wants is Trey not to start right away. Not ready.
Yeah.
That he staked his reputation on. Okay, fine. But he also doesn't want Jimmy. He doesn't want Jimmy either.
Yeah.
What I think he wants and what I think appeals to him is a 2-quarterback system. Because with a 2-quarterback system, again, he's the genius. He's the star. If it works, he's the first one that's ever really pulled it off. And he's got a situation where both quarterbacks have bought in. You got one quarterback who's submissive. I mean, goes along with he's just the good soldier. Whatever you say, he does it. And the other guy is 21, the rookie. So really, you do whatever. Yep. They're in. And Kyle, I think he wants to make a statement week 1. This is what we're going to be like this year. And it's going to be the most exciting thing in the league. Not because of either quarterback, but because of the combination and the way that I use them together. And I think he wants to make that statement. It could propel him to being coach of the year, all these things. I mean, the Jimmy Garoppolo experience, he's as tired of it as we are. Yeah. I really do feel that way.
I do too.
I feel like he's itching to unveil the genius of the 2-quarterback system. So I think we're going to see a lot of it. Jesse, maybe I'm wrong here, but I'm recalibrating into what I'm trying to get on his wavelength here. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've been off it.
Yeah.
And I think his wavelength is, watch what I do with these 2 quarterbacks. You think that wasn't what I'm planning to do the way I showed him in the Raiders game?
Right.
We'll see. I'm not saying nothing. That's the way I see
it. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that can last? How many games? Let's say that's what he does do. How many games does he do that for before he goes away from it?
I mean, one of 2 things could happen. Jimmy totally falls apart.
Okay.
Or Trey Lance just becomes undeniably excellent. Until one of the other 2 things happen, he's going to roll with 2, I think.
Okay.
And I think that the way you could look at it is like, okay, even if Lance is a little bit injured, even if Lance isn't ready, if it's week 1, wouldn't you want him handing off on a lot of those running plays? I mean, if you know you're going to run the ball 40 times, or that's the goal, 30 times.
Yeah.
Would you want him? I mean, it'd be easy. They know the same plays. Just like, you know what? We're going to run from the gun this time. Bring in Lance. Right? We're going to run from under center. Let's just give him something to freak out about. It's window dressing. We're just going to run the same run either way. Why not do that? I'm not saying I don't know how much he'll throw. He might throw 0 passes.
Yeah.
He might run only 2 times, but I'd get him on the field handing off. The Lions will freak out, and it'll take the focus off of everyone else. It'd be a really good, I call it window dressing at this point.
Yeah. Well, listen, Shanahan's one of the best in the league about setting things up for many, many weeks down the road.
Yeah.
And so you might be right about this. He may get a lot of snaps just so he can set people up for later on in the season. So when he brings them in, they see something, they expect something, and he puts them in conflict, and he beats up. What just happened there?
You get a phone call, and you're like, oh, this might be an emergency.
Yeah.
Spam. Like 5 times a day. Like, oh, why am I surprised? Anyway, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Calling me, did something happen?
No. No, nothing big.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right. You might be right about this just because, like I said, Kyle likes to set things up for way later in the season. So maybe it's possible. I just don't see it. For some reason, I think it was window dressing in the other way, that he's got the Lions freaking out. Oh my gosh, what are we going to see? And we're not going to see hardly any Lance, but we'll see about it.
It just doesn't make sense that he would go, man, anyone but Jimmy, right? From like January to May.
from
April.
January 2020 to May of this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like anyone but Jimmy. And then he
Yeah.
finally gets Trey Lance, who he traded up for, and he's like, actually, I like Jimmy. No. I like Jimmy. Like,
Yeah.
no, you don't. What you're doing is riding the fence and trying to be like the genius who has the 2 quarterback system. That's what I'm reading here. You're not all of a sudden into Jimmy. Because I was in practice. I saw those picks. He didn't improve. What you're doing is option C. It's a very Kyle thing to do. Option C. Okay.
Everybody says I had option A or B, and I'm going option C. I'll show you.
Exactly, because I'm the smartest person, and no one even saw option C, and only I can make option C work. All right,
Yeah.
Kyle.